I hope y'all are hungry, Vivacious viewers. It's time for a top 10 eats at Buc-ee's video. Brittany here from Vivacious Views, bringing you along on another Buc-ee's adventure. I am a Buc-ee's addict. My first stop at Buc-ee's was in 2022 on the way back from a Disney World trip. My mom and I stopped in, checked it out, tried some eats, checked all the merch, and of course I fell in love. And then once we moved to St. Augustine a couple years ago, we've had this St. Augustine Buc-ee's near us that we could kind of come to whenever we wanted to grab snacks or something to eat. So now I want to take y'all on a little food adventure of our top 10 favorites. If you've ever been to Buc-ee's, then y'all already know, but if you haven't, let me be the one to introduce you to one of the best snacks at Buc-ee's. We're going to start with the most well-known, the Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets. The OG classic flavor is a sweet caramel corn, kind of crunchy corn puff. I compare these to the Corn Pops cereal in all of my videos. These are sweet, crunchy, and I always recommend throwing these in a bowl or like I use a mug. Put some with milk. It's such a great kind of cereal mixture that you can do, kind of a cereal snack. Buc-ee's also has a few other flavors of the Beaver Nuggets to choose from. There is the sea salt caramel, which is also good in milk as kind of a cereal mixture. I like the sea salt caramel, especially during the fall time. There is also white cheddar and then the bold and spicy. These Beaver Nuggets are so popular that they have their own merchandise throughout the store. So if you're stopping at Buc-ee's, this is number one, gotta pick up snack to try. Moving on to the next thing that Buc-ee's is so well known for, it is their Texas barbecue. Buc-ee's first opened in Lake Jackson, Texas in 1982 by Arch Applin III. His nickname was Beaver, so that's where you get the Buc-ee's Beaver mascot from. Now Buc-ee's holds the world record for being the largest convenience store in the world, and one of the things that it's most known for now is that famous Texas barbecue. I highly recommend that 3-meat sandwich. It has sausage, brisket, and turkey. So delicious. Make sure you pick up some of those sauces as well. They have the little cups of sauces, so you can give as many sauces as you want, sauce it up like I do. I would love to have the secret for how Buc-ee's does their Texas barbecue, their pulled pork, their brisket. So juicy and tasty. They do sell these spices. In previous videos, we've picked up the Buc-ee's barbecue spice and use that to grill out with, make, baked chicken. Super good, but still not as tasty as coming to the Buc-ee's and getting it here. Next up is the burritos and tacos, and I'm going to kind of lump these into one. They're at one station to pick up from, but really the burrito is where it's at. The chicken burrito is my absolute favorite, which is more of a chicken fajita burrito is what they should call it, the chicken fajita burrito, but it is loaded down. This thing weighs about a pound and includes chicken, bell peppers, rice, black beans, corn salsa, and it has a chipotle pimento cheese in there. And if you're not from the South, if you're not familiar with what pimento cheese is, it is shredded cheese with pimentos, which gives it kind of a little spice, and then it is mixed together with mayonnaise. So it's kind of a spread when added into this chicken burrito. It is just ooey gooey cheesiness, delicious. All right, y'all, let's talk about the beef jerky at Buc-ee's. This is a guilty pleasure for me because usually if I get a bag of beef jerky from Buc-ee's, I'm going to eat it all in one sitting. I'm going to sit down, watch a movie, maybe edit a video, do what I'm doing, and before I know it, the entire bag will be gone. That is just how good the Buc-ee's beef jerky is. It's so good that they have an entire wall. It's so good that they have a station where you can buy it in bulk in a quarter pound, half pounds, a full pound. You can get your fill. But there's all kinds of different flavors here to choose from. Luckily, over at the counter, you can get samples so you can try a little taste to see which one that you might like. Because I'm telling you, some of those are a little spicy. So you can go over and get a little sample before you buy your bag. But the beef jerky is so good here. Next up are the Buc-ee's pork rinds. Now these do come in multiple different flavors: original, barbecue, dill, habanero, the chili limon. I believe I've had all the flavors except for the dill. They are all delicious and very addictive. Now, I have read that they fry these right in the store. I'm going to have to check on my next visit and ask them and see if they are making these right in the store. They do taste like it. I mean, these are so good. I know in Hispanic and Latin American cuisine, they call these chicharrones. And these were actually on the pork belly that I got at Animal Kingdom recently. So good. I grew up eating these as a snack. Our local little farmer's market gas station that was nearby our house, they sold the chicharrones in bags, and it was kind of an afternoon snack. So I ate these growing up, didn't have all the different flavor options that they have now, which is amazing, and you kind of can combine the different flavors together. Have a good little pork rind combination. Must have road trip snack. We are diving into the dessert cabinet now, the pastry cabinet, and there is a big debate on whether the beaver tail or the cinnamon roll is the best from this cabinet. I'm gonna say the cinnamon roll just because it's got all of that ooey gooey icing that's drizzled on it. Our last time that we got the beaver tail, which the beaver tail is a fried dough pastry, it's sprinkled with cinnamon sugar, it's got that glaze on top of it. But you have to ask, pro tip, you have to ask for more icing when you get this one. It just doesn't have enough icing with it. So the cinnamon roll is just the best bang for your buck. It's giant, huge, but really you can't go wrong getting anything out of this pastry cabinet. I think with this next one, I may have to explain myself a little bit. I know that not everybody knows what apple butter is. I am from South Carolina. I'm from the South. Growing up with apple butter in my grandma's fridge and our fridge growing up, my grandma always had this. So Saturday mornings, cartoons, apple butter on toast. That's how we did it. That's how we did it in the South. So apple butter is spiced apples that are cooked down until they're smooth and spreadable. Think of kind of like an applesauce almost texture, but you can spread that on some toast or some homemade biscuits or even pancakes. Makes me think of being back home at grandma's house. But they do have jams and jellies as well. So homemade apple butter, homemade grape jelly, strawberry jelly, all kinds of jams. But the apple butter, that is one that I'm keeping in my fridge all the time. I'll make a trip to go to Buc-ee's just so that I can get that if I run out. This next one is one that even as I'm recording this, I can smell it. It smells so good. When you walk into Buc-ee's, you're gonna smell one of two things: the barbecue brisket and these glazed nuts at the glazed nut section. It's a sweet caramelized smell. I'm telling you, your nose is going to take you right to these. They have cashews, which are my favorite, pecans, however you want to say it, almonds. Sometimes they have a different assortment of nuts that you can buy, but for me, the glazed cashews are the best. These remind me of the ones that you can get at the fair, or for all my Disney park people, we have the Disney park carts that we know about, the glazed nut carts. So these kind of remind me of those. But when you walk in, you're going to smell the smell. It's going to take you right over to the station. You're going to be like, yep, Brittany from Vivacious Views, this is exactly the smell that she was telling me about. And then you're not going to be able to get that smell out of your head. And every time you stop at Buc-ee's, you're going to have to pick up some glazed nuts. You're just going to have to. And then that is the Brittany way of doing things. That's Brittany math right there. You smell the glazed nuts at Buc-ee's, you have to buy them. We've talked famous snacks at Buc-ee's, the brisket, the Beaver Nuggets, but I feel like the fudge is up there on every list that I saw as well. The fudge station. We're talking rich, creamy, melt in your mouth, ooey gooey, next level fudge. This Buc-ee's fudge is on a whole different level than any fudge that I've ever had. They have different flavors. They have a seasonal variety. The best part about this station, though, is the free samples. You can try as many free samples as you want and then pick out your favorite fudge, multiple different varieties. They do have a special where you can buy 4 different squares and then you get 2 free, or you can do the big variety pack as well. That's an option. But this is one that I literally take a couple bites off of, wrap back up, put back into the fridge, and I can eat on for a while. It is very, very sweet, but so good. So if you've got a sweet tooth, this is where you need to come. Also, if you have a little sweet tooth but you're on a budget, these little milk chocolate caramel sea salt squares, 79¢. I do not do a Buc-ee's video where I do not grab a few of these every single time we go. So this is just a little added bonus talking about these ooey gooey milk chocolate caramel squares. They've got that sprinkled sea salt on there, but really good, cheap, sweet treat. And last but not least, number 10, this is going to be the pudding cups. And I'm going to say pudding cups because there are two flavors. They do have the key lime pie pudding cup, and then they have the famous banana pudding cup. Banana pudding, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of bananas. So many people talk about how good that banana pudding is, and I believe them because this key lime pie cup was so good. I've been on a bit of a key lime kick since we moved to Florida. It's kind of a favorite flavor of mine now. And this little cup goes way above and beyond what a dessert snack should be at a gas station. There are multiple layers of the key lime pudding, whipped cream, and then the graham cracker crust crumble in there. So when you put your spoon in, just make sure that you go to the bottom, get that really good bite. I'm telling you, you're going to keep going back in for more. So next time you're at Buc-ee's, don't just get the Beaver Nuggets or the beef jerky. Grab one of these pudding cups. And if you are a banana person, get the banana pudding cup. Don't let me stop you if you love bananas. I'm just saying the key lime pie may be worth a try. I know the video says top 10, but I have to add in a big bonus. A big extra bonus, a number 11, but really it's just a big bonus. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I love a charcuterie board. Buc-ee's has the perfect opportunity to build your own charcuterie board, and for pretty cheap of a price. Buc-ee's even has some pre-made cups already with some cubed meats, some cheeses, some pretzels in the top there. So you can kind of get this as a grab and go snack, or you can do a mix and match with the assorted meats, cheese packages. They do have olives that are really good here. They're the marinated olives. There's pickles, all kinds of crackers, chips, even the homemade jams and the honeys that they have. You can go over to the nuts station, get some of those glazed nuts to go with your board. I mean, you could really go kind of wild with how you want your charcuterie board to be, and maybe even have a little picnic area outside of Buc-ee's on your road trip stop. I do really enjoy the meats and cheese selections that Buc-ee's does have. Like I said, those olives are delicious. Being able to go in, kind of mix and match and make my own charcuterie board is something that I always love doing, especially if I can do one on a bit of a budget. And I think Buc-ee's has kind of a cheaper charcuterie option than what you're going to find in most places. The charcuterie meat cheese board option is something that you could get on your road trip that I'm sure you were not even thinking about. And Vivacious viewers, if you have been to Buc-ee's and there is a snack or a must-try eat that I have not put on this list, please let me know in the comments down below. I love trying all the new foods at Buc-ee's. I tried not to mention prices too much because we all know how that kind of fluctuates year to year. So any prices that I may have mentioned or that you may have seen in the video, you know, those are subject to change. I will link all of our Buc-ee's videos down below so you can go check out all the other snacks that we have tried that didn't quite make it to the top 10 list. If you're not already subscribed to Vivacious Views, go subscribe right now. We've got a lot of fun adventures coming up, including more Buc-ee's trips, of course. Go hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Stay Vivacious viewers, and we'll see you on our next video.